We all knew that meddling with someone as cold and calculated as Sidwell would eventually lead to a disaster, but seeing the immediate, bone-chilling fallout within the family circle is enough to make me lose my mind. We watched Sonny and Laura believe they had the upper hand, thinking they could outsmart a predator like Sidwell, but they completely underestimated his reach. The moment Lucas went off the grid, the air in Port Charles just changed. It turned heavy, suffocating, and frankly, I felt that shift in my bones. You could tell that something was wrong the second the phone line went dead during that secret meeting. I am telling you guys, the silence that followed was louder than any explosion. And now we are left with the gut-wrenching knowledge that Sidwell is playing a game of psychological warfare that is designed to break our heroes piece by piece. My heart is racing just thinking about what Lucas is going through right now in that secret, damp hellhole of a cell. I mean, can we talk about the sheer audacity of this man? Sidwell is not just holding a hostage, he is holding the entire city's sense of security over our heads. Every time he sends one of those taunting, cryptic messages, he is basically laughing in the face of the mighty Sonny. And poor Laura, the woman has carried the weight of this town for decades, and seeing her paralyzed by the fear that her actions might have directly caused this tragedy is just too much to handle. I feel like I am in the room with them, feeling that same suffocating guilt. It is the kind of drama that keeps us up at night, and I am personally begging the writers to give us a win soon because my nerves are absolutely shredded. This is not just a soap storyline. This is a full-blown existential crisis for everyone involved in this twisted web of lies and betrayal. We need to talk about the psychological toll this is taking on Sonny. We have seen him lose so much, and yet he always finds a way to stand back up, but this feels different. The way he is torn between his instinct to burn everything to the ground to save Lucas and the crushing reality that one wrong move could be the final nail in the coffin, it is tragic. I see the agony in his eyes, and I want to reach through the screen and tell him to breathe, but I know it is futile. We are witnessing a man being pushed to the absolute edge of his morality. If you ask me, the tension here is a masterclass in storytelling, even if it makes me want to scream at the television. I am genuinely worried that if they don't find a way to outmaneuver Sidwell fast, the cost of this rescue mission will be far higher than any of us are prepared to pay. And let us not forget the political firestorm surrounding Laura. The people of Port Charles are starting to turn, and the pressure on her is becoming unbearable. It is so unfair. She was trying to do the right thing, trying to neutralize a threat to the community, and now the narrative is being twisted against her. I hate seeing her backed into a corner like this. It is like the entire town is holding its breath, waiting for the other shoe to drop, and I am right there with them. I feel like we are all complicit in this chaos just by watching it unfold. Why does it always have to come to this? Why must the most vulnerable always end up as pawns in these massive ego-driven wars? I am so invested that I feel like I need a stiff drink just to get through the next episode. We are at a breaking point, guys, and I suspect the next few days will be the most explosive we have had in a very long time. I keep replaying the scenes in my head, trying to find a clue that everyone else missed, and I am sure you guys are doing the exact same thing. Was there a detail in that last meeting? A look exchange that we misinterpreted? The way Sidwell is relishing this, it is almost like he has been waiting for this exact moment to strike back. He is not just a villain. He is a mirror reflecting the worst parts of the power struggle in this city. If you ask me, his arrogance is his only weakness, but finding it is like trying to find a needle in a haystack while the house is burning down around you. I am desperate for a breakthrough, but every path seems to lead to a dead end. The suspense is just, it is too much. And I find myself checking the clock, counting down the minutes until we get another glimpse of what is happening behind those closed doors. We have to ask ourselves, how far is too far? At what point does the pursuit of justice become just another form of destruction? This is the core of the drama, and it is why we keep coming back, even when it hurts. We want to believe in the triumph of the good, but the reality of Port Charles is far grittier than that. The way the writers have framed this standoff, it feels like an epic tragedy in the making. I am genuinely scared for Lucas. He is the wild card here, the one who truly didn't deserve to be caught in the crossfire of these titans. Every time I see a promo, I am bracing myself for the worst case scenario. Are we really going to lose someone else to this endless cycle of violence? I refuse to believe it, but the doubt is creeping in, and I know I am not the only one feeling this way. We are all on this emotional roller coaster, and there is no getting off until the final curtain falls on this nightmare. If you ask me, the most dangerous part of this whole situation is the silence from Lucas. That silence is the weapon Sidwell is using to dismantle our resolve. It is calculated, it is brutal, and it is working. We are all waiting for a sign, a whisper, anything to prove that he is still there, still fighting. And the scenes where Sonny and Laura have to stand down, you can physically see the energy draining out of them. It is heartbreaking to watch, honestly. I have been watching this show for years, and I do not think I have ever felt this level of dread before. It is not just about the plot, it is about the way the characters are being forced to confront their own limitations. They are realizing that their power has limits, and that realization is almost as painful as the kidnapping itself. We are watching them evolve, or perhaps devolve, in real time. Guys, I keep thinking about what will happen if they do reach that hideout. Will it be a rescue, or will it be a trap? The way Sidwell is positioning himself, he has already accounted for every contingency. He knows Sonny. He knows how he thinks. He knows exactly which buttons to press to make him lose his temper. And that is the terrifying part. He is playing Sonny like a fiddle. But what about Laura? She is the one who keeps the balance. If she breaks, everything goes to hell. I am praying that they can find a way to synchronize their efforts, because if they go off on separate paths now, they are doomed. We have seen them work together before, but never with stakes this high, and never against an enemy who is this unpredictable. It is high stakes poker, and the pot is someone's life. I am sitting here in my living room, shouting at my screen every time they get close to a decision that could backfire. Do they not see it? Are they so blinded by their own panic that they are missing the obvious traps? I know. I am just a viewer, but it feels so real. I feel like I am an active participant in their struggle. When they succeed, I feel like I have won a personal battle, and when they fail, I am devastated for days. That is the magic and the curse of being a fan of this show. We invest our hearts and souls into these characters, and in return, we get our emotions dragged through the mud. But I wouldn't have it any other way, even when it feels like I am going to have a breakdown right along with them. Looking ahead, I am terrified of the endgame. What happens when the truth about the kidnapper comes out? What happens when the whole town realizes just how deep this conspiracy goes? The fallout is going to be massive, and I think we are only seeing the tip of the iceberg. Sidwell is just the beginning of a larger, more sinister plot, and I am convinced that he is being backed by someone even more dangerous. Could it be a ghost from the past? Or someone we thought we knew and trusted? The paranoia is setting in, and I am starting to look at everyone in Port Charles with suspicion. No one is safe, and that, my friends, is exactly where the writers want us. We are caught, hook, line, and sinker, and there is absolutely no escape from this narrative trap. I need to know, guys, are you as stressed out by this as I am? I feel like I am losing my mind trying to piece together the clues, and I can't be the only one who thinks that there is more to this than just a simple hostage situation. Is there a deeper connection between Sidwell and the history of the families that we have forgotten? I have been digging through my old archives looking for anything that could explain why he has such a vendetta against them. This feels personal, not just professional, and that is what makes it so much more volatile. I am convinced that we are on the precipice of a revelation that is going to change everything we think we know about the power structure in this town. We are in for a long, painful ride, and I am not sure my heart can take much more. So here we are, standing at the edge of a cliff, looking down into the abyss of a major character loss. We have to decide if we are going to continue to support the risks they are taking or if we are going to demand a different approach. I am personally torn. I want justice, but not at the cost of another life. I want Sonny to win, but not if it means he loses his soul in the process. It is a constant tug of war, and I am exhausted just thinking about it. We are all waiting for that one moment, that one piece of luck, that one hero to step forward and save the day. But in Port Charles, heroes are rarely what they seem, and luck is a commodity that is usually in short supply. We are in the thick of it now, and there is no turning back. If you ask me, the writers have really outdone themselves this time. They have managed to capture that perfect blend of high-octane action and deep personal tragedy that makes this show the legend that it is. I am hooked, I am obsessed, and I am definitely not sleeping until I know that Lucas is safe. I have so many questions, and I know you do too. Is there any hope left for a peaceful resolution? Or is the only way out through a bloodbath? What would you do if you were in Sonny's shoes, knowing that your every move is being watched? I am dying to hear your theories, your fears, and your hopes for the next few episodes. So please tell me I am not the only one losing sleep over this. Let's get into the comments and fight it out. What is your boldest prediction for the rescue mission? And do you think they will actually succeed? Or are we heading toward a permanent tragedy that will leave us all scarred for years to come?
Goodbye. Please like, subscribe, and comment on the GH Spoilers Daily channel.